Hello and welcome to JStank's channel. Today we're going to look at how to um, mod a brand new game that I just got called Stellaris. And they just announced today that you can actually customize your portraits, and I looked into the files, and there's a lot you can do with modding in this game. It's really nice. And today I'm going to do a little demo of how to put your own portrait into Stellaris. And I'm going to do that by putting Donald Cartoon Trump into the Stellaris game. So first thing you got to do is you got to go on the internet and find your picture, whatever you want to do. So here I found this picture of Mr. Trump here, and we're going to drag him to the desktop. And I already did that, so just copy replace for me. And the next thing that you need to do, step 2, is you need to have some sort of an editor, an editor like this, like GIMP, or if you have Photoshop, you can do that. And what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and drag your picture into your editor. After that, what you want to do is you want to get rid of the backdrop. And so, okay, so after a bunch of finagling, I finally got a picture that I used a tool called the Smart Intelligent Scissors to cut out this image and put the transparency behind it in GIMP. So now I'm finally ready to do the next step, which is to export. Oh, we have to unselect everything. Select none, and then export as file type. File type. Export as file type DDS image export. And we want to generate the bitmaps, and then hit OK. And that will give us a DDS file that, if we open it up in Visual Studio, you can see that it is a file that it is cut out in the green background is the transparency. Now, as we can see, we have a little bit at the bottom. We don't want that, so we're going to go back to our image. Perfect. Okay, so now we've cropped the image. And actually, I think I cut off a little bit on top there. Yeah, we need to move this up a little bit. So we'll go a little bit higher. Use the cropping tool to cut off kind of his lower half there. And hit enter, and then that'll crop it. Okay, so that's a pretty good image right there. So, now, what's the next step? The next step is to export as a DDS file. Export. And then when we replace it, generate bitmaps. Okay. Yes, that looks like almost the one we want. We got a little bit of transparency issues at the very bottom here. That looks pretty good. So we have our image. Hopefully we can save it. Like that. And then we're going to close it. Now, the next thing we need to do is we need to rename this something easier. So we're going to rename it to Cartoon _ Trump Trump.dds. So after you have the image right here, the next thing you need to do is you need to go into your Stellaris file, and there are 3 places that you need to add files to, and those 3 places are here. It's going to be in the Stellaris, GFX, Portraits, and you need to add a text file that looks like this. And to edit the text file on the first one is this is going to point to the picture in game, and so all you need to do to know is you need to change this NC dot or whatever this is before the equals sign to the picture's name. So in this case it'll be cartoon Trump. Underscore. And this points to the file name, the DTS name that we named our picture. And so the picture is called, oops, cartoon Trump.dds. So now that we have that file ready to go, go back here, and we're going to save it as, I'm going to name it, it doesn't matter what you name it, but I'm going to name it a 05 underscore, because I already have a few edits in this game already, underscore cartoon Trump. I'm going to hit enter. So that'll add a record, and that'll add to the definitions of the portraits. The next thing we need to do is we need to add a different file, which is going to be the species class file. We're going to open that location, and we see that we have a piece of code that looks like this. This refers to the species of your character, and this refers to the picture. So we say cartoon underscore Trump, and then file, save as. This will be 05 underscore cartoon underscore Trump. Like I said, it doesn't matter what you name it, just as long as the code is correct. So you hit enter, and then that'll add a record to the Stellaris common species class file. So those are the 2 pieces of code you need to put the picture into the game. The last thing we need to do is we need to set the picture inside the game. So to do that, we're going to open this file location, which is Stellaris GFX models portraits, and you drag your picture into here. Now if we just cross our fingers, hopefully cartoon Trump will appear in our Stellaris game. So I'm going to go ahead and start up Stellaris. This game is very, very cool because it is highly modular. All the code is changeable through just typing and text files and easy to read things, and that is really cool. I really like playing with modding. It's a very simple mod to do. You can do 3D, you can put 3D animations into this mod, and you can also do the 2D models in the mod as well, but that's a highly more complicated process. But this is a very simple thing that you could do, a fun thing, to add a custom race portrait to your Stellaris races. and it's pretty nice. I've already also added a bunch of other ones, which I can show you as well. But if we hit the new game, we can see first of all that it didn't break anything, so that's good. Because if it broke something, then you wouldn't see any portraits at all. And if I select, or no, if I go to create new and select, and then hit appearance, we should see that we can play as Cartoon Trump now. And that's pretty funny. So let's make a Cartoon Trump race. I've also put in some EVE Online characters. So we have NC Dot, we have Test Alliance, we have the Goon Swarm, and also Pandemic Legion. So I was doing that, and then I decided, oh, it would be kind of funny to put Cartoon Trump in there. So let's go ahead and make Cartoon Trump the race. I don't know what the plural of Trumps is. I guess it's Trumps. And the adjective would be the Trumpers. The Trumpers, I guess? I don't know. Alright. The name list, obviously it'd be a human. Can't really change the names too much. Trump prefix for the names on the ships. Okay, so we hit next. Let's see, what is Trump like? He is not intelligent. Let's see here. He's a slow breeder. Yeah. He is weak. You got 2 picks left with 4. So if we got something, he's definitely resilient. I'll give him that. And let's see here, repugnant. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, we're gonna put repugnant there. Let's see here. What else? We got 2 points. If there's any really bad negatives, not yet. I think there does need to be some bad negatives. But he's adaptive. Okay. So we got one. We don't have any points left, so we're good on that. Male. Name. Donald. Cartoon. Trump. Next. And homeworld is New York as Trump Tower. Star name is Trump. He is from a continental world. I guess he has a regular city. He is a fanatic materialist who is a xenophobe. Is he a fanatic materialist or is he a fanatic xenophobe? I can only pick one. I'll say it like that. What kind of a government are we leading here? Definitely not a democracy. We'll say, can't pick military dictatorship from the picks we have. This government is a materialistic form of autocracy where citizens are viewed as little more than cogs in state machinery. No, that's definitely not him. This government is a materialistic form of oligarchy where a committee of scientists supervises government apprentice, maximizes efficiency. Here we go. This government is a plutocratic form of oligarchy ruled by a wealthy elite. A citizen's personal wealth translates directly into political power. That is exactly what we have here. Okay, so we got that. The empire name will be the Trump Empire, or for short, TE. That's good. Trump Empire. An adjective for a Trump Empire. I think I'll just leave it like that. Alright, so now we have to pick a race here. Kinda looking for some money, some dollar signs. I don't think I'm gonna find dollar signs though. There's not a lot of flags in the game. I guess this one's pretty good. There we go. That's perfect. And we gotta put him orange, of course. And there you go. The color of his hair. That's perfect. I think Trump uses projectiles, and we're gonna choose warp travel. And his ships are gonna look like it doesn't really matter. Yeah, reptilian ships, because that looks like it looks like it's wrapped in an American flag. So we'll do that. Excellent. Okay, so we're resilient, repugnant, adaptive, plutocratic, oligarchy, fanatic, xenophile, and materialist. The Trump Empire, continental world. We're gonna save this guy. Trump Empire successfully saved. Make sure we didn't miss anything. I think, because we got the ruler name. I think everything's good. Yep. Yep, that's perfect. Alright, done. And then if you want to huge empire, elliptical 30, I think. Yep, difficulty normal. And perfect. In the eons since the first primitive Trump communities took shape on the grassy savannas of Trump Tower, our civilization has spread and prospered. As scientific knowledge increased and new outposts were founded across our world, trade flourished and tied the various nation-states together until they became a single entity. Power rested with the merchant princes, the true architects of our achievement as a civilization. Now, after successful creation of several experimental subspace fields, the finest minds of the Trump Empire have finished development of the first warp drives. The stars themselves are finally within our grasps. And then you can play as Trump. So not only do you have little Trumps here, who is the people that you see as your leader, but you also have little Trumps on the little tiles for all the planets. And then you can rename your ships, and then like all your generals, or your admirals, your scientists, they're all Trumps. All of them. Even if you assign a leader, we don't have any leaders, but if you had a leader, it would be a spawn of Trump. And so the epic begins, the great Trump Empire of Stellaris. Until next time, this is J Stank signing.